What if half my face falls off and I've been a robot this whole time? Bill Gates says ChatGPT will change our world. Will ChatGPT replace human writers? Bean's AI chat says, I want to be alive. Have you seen the headlines about this new AI software? Or have you been cornered at a party by a tech bro telling you AI is gonna take your job? This new technology is evolving at light speed, and it's on a collision course with nearly every industry, including the watch industry. I'm Thomas Hendricks with Corner24. We're looking at two AI programs today, the text-based ChatGPT by OpenAI and the image-based Midjourney. We'll run a few experiments to try and figure out three main questions today. What are these programs capable of? What are their limitations? And how might these technologies impact the watch world? This has been one of our easier videos to produce because parts of the script were written by a computer, although not very well. You'll see what we mean. And real quick, don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. The algorithms love it, and the humans do too. Let's start with Midjourney. This is a popular program that allows users to generate images using only a handful of keywords. It's a whole lot of fun, and you'll need a Discord login to start. The interface is not super user-friendly, but the task is simple enough, and Midjourney gives you helpful instructions along the way. Once you start clicking around, you'll see that the advantages are clear. The program is able to generate any image you can imagine in about 60 seconds without you having to learn more complex programs like Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator. We do an annual video on this channel predicting which watches we expect to see, or at least would like to see, in the new year. This time around, we've relied on our talented team of designers to mock up our list, but this is certainly something that Midjourney could take a crack at. Take, for example, a Salmon dial Rolex Daytona. In less than a minute, we made 4 digital mock-ups that look quite accurate. You then have the option to enhance the image quality of your favorite mock-up and generate additional spin-off versions of one of the 4. Things got a little more imaginative when we tried to make a steampunk Royal Oak, proving only that the steampunk aesthetic ruins everything. We then thought about the Omega Speedmaster and how many limited editions the brand has spawned over the years. Here, one could easily envision the Omega design team using a program like this to come up with 100 new ideas in a day if they really wanted to. Here's a quick example of an Omega Speedmaster in the style of Van Gogh's famous Starry Night painting. You can see how quickly you can go from a what if idea to a what the hell kind of result. Next, we put the Tudor Pelagos into a Call of Duty style scenario and got these results. They're pretty good, but a little vague, so we added keywords like Tudor Pelagos 39, soldier, point of view, and wrist to get more specific. It's closer and it's a complex task to solve, but it still doesn't look like a Pelagos. We tried a couple times to get Midjourney to dream up a Rolex Perpetual calendar. Once by typing in Rolex Perpetual calendar, and a second time by typing in Rolex watch in the style of a Patek Philippe 3940. It tried, but I think a human designer with extra time would be able to better blend the design worlds of a Rolex sport watch with a Patek Philippe Perpetual calendar. Speaking of Rolex, we also wondered how it would handle vintage watches. So we asked it to mock up a 1960s magazine advertisement featuring Steve McQueen wearing a Rolex Explorer 1655. This reference is known as the Steve McQueen, although the consensus is that he never actually owned one. You can see here that Midjourney isn't super accurate in portraying either Steve McQueen or the Rolex 1655. Finally, you're able to combine multiple watches together to make a glorious or cursed love child, should you so choose. Naturally, we went with complete opposite ends of the horological spectrum, and ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Hublot Calatrava, or the Patek Philippe Big Bang, whichever you prefer. This mashup turned out better than our Rolex experiment earlier, and the result looks a little bit like a Ulysse Nardin Marine, which is, hey, not a bad thing. All these experiments took less than an hour of messing around, and you can even search the Discord for words like Audemars Piguet to see what other users are generating. The lesson here is the deeper you dive, the more you realize what's possible. Text-based AI programs have been getting the most attention in recent months. ChatGPT by OpenAI has even surpassed TikTok in terms of user growth. This program and ones like it are being called the beginning of the end for any writing job. So we put it to the test. To start, we asked ChatGPT for a review of the Hublot Big Bang Integrated King Gold Rainbow. Here's the beginning of the review. The Hublot reference 451OX1180OX39999 is a stunning luxury watch that combines elegant design with exceptional performance, made with high-quality materials and expert craftsmanship. This timepiece is sure to impress even the most discerning watch enthusiasts. Not sure about that part. One of the most notable features of this watch is its 45mm 18-karat King Gold case. That section of the test and the rest of the article that follows shows the capabilities and the limitations of this software at this moment in time. The information is accurate and coherent, it's free of typos, and it avoids the tired watch cliches like pop of color, or punches above its weight, or plays with the light so well. However, it also lacks any real critical thinking. There's no mention of what doesn't work with the design, no poetic descriptions, just a rundown of the specifics. And most importantly, not a single joke about Hublot. Computers also don't have wrists yet, so it can't capture that in-person experience without a person there to experience it. Next, we decided to spice things up a bit with the formula, write a review of this watch in the voice of this famous person. First up is Andy Warhol reviewing the newly released Cartier tank. Here's a taste. Oh darling, have you seen the new Cartier tank? It's positively divine. The design is so exquisite, so sleek and modern, yet still so classic. It's the perfect blend of art and function. As an artist, I appreciate the attention to detail in every aspect of the watch. From the geometric shape of the case to the refined lines of the dial, it's clear that Cartier has poured their heart and soul into this design. See, it does a decent impression of Warhol stylistically, but ultimately reverts back to listing basic elements of the watch and giving them inoffensive little pats on the back. The same thing happened when we asked James Bond, to review the Omega Seamaster. Here we go. The Omega Seamaster is more than a watch. It's a reliable, high-performance tool that any spy worth his salt should have on his wrist. It's sleek, elegant, and built to last, just like me. The black dial is easy to read, even in the middle of a night operation. It's fun, it's kind of convincing, but I'm sure the real 007 would have done a better job. To sum it up, I'd say ChatGPT does a good job of being a bad watch writer. These kinds of auto-generated texts are a good starting point or a good filler, but if you actually rely on these, you won't be a watch writer for much longer. We'll end it here for today because unlike computers, we humans get a little tired. Let us know down below if you think this AI stuff is good or bad or where this is all headed. I'm Thomas Hendricks of Chrono 24. Artificial intelligence is fun until it isn't. Okay, bye.